Hi, I'm Susie and welcome to the Inside Out series. Today's guest is my wonderful friend March Hollingbery, otherwise known as March on social media. March is the most positive, cool, calm and collected person I know, and no one would know that she struggles with a chronic illness on a day-to-day. She is now a mindset coach and is on a mission to make people feel more positive in themselves. Hello, March.
Oh my goodness.
That wasn't bad, actually. That was a good intro. First run.
You did a good job. I was like, that's going to take a while.
I was a bit nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Thing is, we came up with that.
Yeah, that's true. We've been practicing. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Thanks for coming all the way.
Don't be silly.
So I feel like it would be good to just start off with what actually is a chronic illness. Is that quite a broad question?
No, it's not. So I always say like a chronic illness is something that lasts or persists more than 3 months.
Okay.
That's the kind of outline of a definition of it. Obviously, you get people with cystic fibrosis and, for instance, like people that lose limbs in accidents, and that is a chronic illness that can't be healed. So there are different kind of variations of what it means.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It makes a bit of sense. And what about you and your experience with having a chronic illness?
My experience is nothing that I have can be healed.
Right.
But that's fine. That is what the essence of chronic means. So, I can't regrow my lung. I can get a new kidney, but I'm not on the list for it. All these things are permanent features of somebody's anatomy and body.
This is literally sums you up, like in a nutshell. The way that you just said that was so casual, and like you always brush everything off. But you have one lung?
I've got one lung.
You've got one lung, and what else?
One kidney.
One kidney, right.
That I was born with.
Okay.
So it's like a bit of a bigger kidney, and people can live with just one kidney.
Okay.
So I've got one kidney, and I was born without an esophagus. So like your food pipe.
Right. So you're missing quite a few key components, basically.
It's a bit of a logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is, and you've got to do the best with what you got.
And when you were young, what did that look like for you? Were you aware of it growing up?
Not really.
Okay.
I guess as a kid, you're so naive to what's going on.
Yeah.
I was sick all the time as a kid.
Like colds and...
I just got pneumonia the whole time, was in hospital. My whole childhood, from the age of 0 to about 11, was just hospital the whole time. Pneumonia. And then at that point, I had 2 lungs, and then they removed my left lung when I was 11.
Because they decided that it was going to be better for you.
Yeah, so I always describe it kind of like a cancer.
Yeah.
It was infecting my healthy lung, so they just removed the left lung.
And as a result of all of this, are there things that you've had to implement on like a day-to-day basis? Because I feel now March does this incredible social media platform where she shows everything that happens behind the scenes, and it's remarkable to see. I had no idea, and we're so ignorant. And actually there is so much that you have to put in place every single day.
It is exhausting.
Yeah.
I don't do it all the time. And then when one thing happens, the other thing falls off the bat. It's such a balancing act of all the different components. And I think where it's difficult is depending on what goes on with your health is what you need to focus on. But for me, it's quite a few of the key organs.
Yeah.
So it can be really difficult to know where to spend your time.
But what does like a day-to-day look like first thing in the morning? Like give me a routine, like a typical...
You're really going in here, Susie. It's different all the time. I try and make my morning routine. I say morning routine, everyone's got their morning routines that apparently last like an hour and a half, and they're in the gym at 6:30. That's not me.
Yeah.
But I always make sure I give myself 15 minutes to 30 minutes of me time where I don't check my phone. I do my stretching, I do my breath work, I use my nebulizer that I have for my lungs, and just like...
What's a nebulizer?
So, such a niche machine. It basically gives you vaporizer into your lungs, loosens all the stuff that you've got in there, and then it makes it easier to bring it up.
Okay.
So I do that every day for 20 minutes.
Wow. So in some of the girls wear those face masks every day to clean their...
That's my self-care.
Nice. And that's every morning?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do it every morning.
Okay.
Some mornings I don't. And obviously I can't take it on... If I go travelling, I've got my ventilator that I sleep with at night.
Yeah.
But I can't take my nebulizer as well because it just takes up too much space.
On holiday?
Travelling anywhere. So if you go and stay with friends, all that kind of stuff, I've got my ventilator, which is big enough and an effort enough.
And are there many other things that you have to kind of have in your toolbox?
Always.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All the things.
I mean...
My immune system sucks.
How many pills are you taking a day?
Oh, honestly, I'm so haphazard with the pill taking.
Right.
Sometimes it will be I'll take like 10 to 15. Some days I'll take 2.
You're so blasé. I don't understand. I mean,
I know.
from like, I actually didn't know much when we were much younger, but I've heard some stories of you being like a crazy party animal in the day. And your parents must have thought, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Did the doctors advise you against drinking, like all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
I remember when I was about 16, they said, you know, because of my esophagus.
Yeah.
It's very, when you drink alcohol, obviously, it's not great. And one for your kidney too, it's not great. But I really enjoy it. It's not like I go out and get hammered, but I enjoy being part of the action.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think my parents were worried.
And
I think they worry about me just like in general rather than me going out.
Partying. And growing up then, I guess at that, like you say, that when you're young, you're kind of ignorant to all of these things. And then you get to that teen stage where possibly, I don't know if things changed with your health a bit and when you had your lung removed, that it becomes a bit more apparent. How did you find that at school with people? And
so I think we've spoken about this before.
Yeah, we have.
Even
We're
just,
speak about
let's do it. Even that period of time anyway, kind of sucks.
Oh, it sucks. When you're figuring yourself out, it's the worst. And I know you're trying to be friends with everyone.
It sucks.
It's exhausting. Yeah.
On top of my body not working like everybody else's.
Yeah.
That also sucked. I remember the decision was made for me to not do any sports from the age of 16, I think, to 18.
Okay.
So I could focus on my work, which really helped. And it meant I didn't get really tired.
Find that sad.
Yeah, it was one of those like restrictive things, and people would come up to me and be like, I'm so jealous that you're not doing sport. How did you manage that? Because I never used to talk about anything.
Yeah.
So no one used to know.
Yeah. And was that, for you, was that like your default? Was like,
Yeah.
if I kind of ignore the problem, maybe it might go away, or just...
My default was to say, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm absolutely fine.
And
smile.
why was that? Because you just didn't want to feel like you were anything different to everyone else?
I think part of the acceptance journey is learning that to acknowledge what's going on inside your body. You're basically saying to your brain that part of you doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Which means you're telling yourself that a part of you is not worthy. And so that was this narrative that I was weaving the whole time, is I wasn't like everybody else, which means I had to conceal a huge part of my life.
Yeah. And then was there anyone that you did tell, like at school? Did you have like a helping hand or like a close friend? Because surely there are moments where you're like, fuck guys, I really need some help.
I think some people knew, but just not to the extent that they know now.
Yeah, the complexity.
Which seems wild, because that is, as you say, that time of life is the hardest.
Yeah.
Actually, no, beginning of your 20s, that was
I think
really
that
hard.
is really hard.
Yeah. But yeah, not really. My family, obviously.
Yeah. And then no other really close friends at school?
Not really.
Okay. And so what now? Like tell me about training as a mindset coach and what kind of led you into that?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I used to work in the kind of corporate world, travel agency world.
Yeah.
And we were at a massive corporate business lunch. There was 20 of us. And this woman that I had never met before across the whole table just called me out for being so small, like so tiny.
Which you hate, don't
I'd
you?
never, I just think playing on somebody's insecurities, one, is two things. People can't change their size. And secondly, they look in the mirror every day, they know that they're small.
Yeah.
Or the same goes as tall people. Like, we've got a million tall friends.
Yeah.
And I know, because I've had so many conversations with them, that they don't enjoy it when someone says, oh, goodness,
so
you're tall.
tall.
You know, it doesn't help, because you can't change anything. And I think I came away from that and I was so upset. I was crying. I was like, what am I doing with my life? This is not for me, this kind of environment. And so one of my mum's friends was like, oh, honey, like, have you ever thought about being a life coach?
Right.
And I was like,
It sounds very American.
like, what is that? So I had no idea. And then I went away, did some research, spoke to a bunch of people. There's so many courses, so many options, so many certifications that you can do. And then I landed on one in America and did that alongside my job for a year. And then qualified to be a kind of a mindset, health and life coach.
And this was quite recently, like all...
So, no, I did that about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And then since then have niched down, done a mindset course for chronic illness.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
And that must have opened you up to such a community of people who...
Yeah, I had so many people saying, I don't think you should do that. There's not enough people that want it.
Yeah.
Very sort of negative in their thinking, their beliefs. So that did make me want to not do it for a long time.
But It must be hard because I can imagine that going through something like this makes you feel like you have a real purpose in life, because the complexities that you've gone through in your life makes you really feel like you have something to give back. And then when someone's knocking on that and saying, oh, there's not really space for this, it's like you have no idea.
It's funny because you look at any thought-provoking leaders that are out there today making change, advocating, are all people that have experienced something painful.
Yeah.
Or a painful problem.
Yeah.
And there are so many people that knock you along the way, and that's just part of your journey and your story.
And do you feel like you've always been quite resilient and tolerant to that? I think you're definitely a tough cookie.
It's funny. My boyfriend says I'm so sensitive, but I don't think I am.
Well, I think in a relationship it's a bit different, isn't it? Maybe.
Think?
I don't think you're sensitive
I
at
don't think
all.
I'm sensitive at all. But, these things are the way they're perceived.
And what's it like being in a relationship? How long have you been with your boyfriend for?
No, almost 9 years.
I know, it's a long time,
I
isn't
know. It is such a long time. It's been the easiest relationship in the world.
How did you meet?
So we met on a dance floor.
Nice.
Yeah. Saw him. I thought, I'm having him.
Can you back up onto him a little bit? I remember you
No,
telling me
I
that.
didn't back up onto him. That's a bit
I swear you were like to a friend. I
No.
actually quite fancy him.
I said to
Let's
my
go
friend,
dance to him.
God, he's hot. We got to go over there. Off we trotted, and then had a little smooch on the dance floor.
Nice.
And then I didn't see him for like 4 months after that. I didn't think he existed. And then we bumped into each other.
Was this at uni?
Yeah. We bumped into each other at a pub. And then he came up to me, he said, can I buy you a drink? I said, yeah. He had 2 drinks there at the bar. And then my friends were like, oh, we're going. You coming? I was like, I'm really sorry, I'm going to have to go.
And double parked?
No, I left him with the drink.
Really? You left him?
Yeah, savage.
Oh, no.
I know. Left him wanting more.
And then what?
And then I messaged him after the weekend, saw
Okay.
each other, and we've been together ever since.
Oh. And at the beginning, what was it like kind of letting him into...
Awful.
Like, yeah, you used to hide stuff from him, didn't you?
It was awful. So for context, just as we got to uni, about 6 months before, I'd been in my coma, and I was pretty reckless and wild
We'll
after
go back
that.
to that in a second.
Oh, yeah.
But
And when I got to uni, I was just pretty haphazard. Similar patterns now, but
Yeah.
much more lid on.
Yeah.
And yeah, my ventilator that I wear every night to sleep is kind of like, have you heard of sleep apnea?
Yeah.
You know when people choke themselves awake at night?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I've got. Obviously because anatomy's kind of struggles. So you use this machine that makes you not do that. And I hid it under the bed for the first 4 months of our relationship.
Did you tell him that any of this?
No.
You didn't tell him anything?
No.
Oh my God. So for you, you were just like, I'm just March, like same old as everyone. He had no idea what was going on.
No idea.
Oh my God. Most people just don't want to be seen without makeup on, but this is a whole different thing. Okay, so you hid that from him. And then when did he catch you out? Or were you like, okay, I should probably fess up?
Do you know what it was?
Yeah,
and
go
he's
on.
going to kill me for saying this. So he put me as a contact in his phone. At the time, I had a chest infection.
Okay.
And he put me in his phone as lung disease.
Right.
And I said to my 2 girlfriends, I can't. I feel so bad. He's going to be mortified if he finds out that I do actually
have a lung disease.
A lung disease.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so I had to say, there's a reason that I get these chest infections.
Yeah.
I kind of drip fed him things over a period of time.
Okay. Slowly. And now, what's it like?
It's amazing.
He's so great. Oh, he's so lovely.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Yeah, it's the best.
And do you feel like he just slots in and...
You get to, I think it's so important to have strong boundaries, be able to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
And stand up for what you need.
Yeah.
What your body needs is really, really important. And to make sure that they take it. There's things that every able-bodied people need.
Yeah.
And that's going to do exercise, time out, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But there are things that people with chronic illnesses need. And it's really important to establish strong boundaries at the beginning.
And was that easy for you? Because it doesn't sound like you've enjoyed asking for help over the years.
No.
It sounds like you've tried to do everything by yourself.
Yeah, and that's run me into a lot
And
of
then
trouble.
you surely learnt with him that you have to actually ask for help.
Yeah, and I love that now.
Really?
I think that's part of the acceptance journey, is just moving through all those feelings and becoming more comfortable in yourself, more confident in yourself.
Yeah.
It helps having somebody there that just gets it.
Is he like the only person that you let really help you?
No, I let a lot of people
You let
help
other
me.
people help you now?
Yeah.
Just quickly going back to the fact that you were in a coma.
Oh, yeah.
When did that happen?
That was just after I left school.
Yeah.
So,
18?
yeah, we were about 18.
Yeah.
Just had the 10-year anniversary last weekend.
Wow.
mental.
I bet that's gone so fast.
It has gone fast, but I look back and I think of how different I am today to who that child was, essentially, and how well I look after my body now in comparison to how destructive I was then.
Yeah.
So, but again, I was a child, so you can't be harsh on your younger self.
How did you end up in a coma?
So I went into respiratory failure, which is I had an infection, and then they were giving me 2 types of antibiotics that by accident counteracted each other for like a strain of virus I had.
Not ideal.
And so I woke up one morning and you're attached to obviously lots of different types of machines, and the oxygen machine just went, I remember it so vividly, just went boop, 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 and I could literally see the numbers on my oxygen machine going down, and then the panic button was
And you were in
pushed.
hospital?
Yeah. And I had been in hospital for about 4 days before.
Oh my God.
And then the panic button was pushed, and suddenly there was like 25 people around me. And
do you remember it dropping down? You were scared?
Yeah, I was terrified because I had only had this machine once, but they basically put this mask on you that forces oxygen into you, and you literally can't breathe. It like sucks onto your face.
Okay.
And then they said, I'm going to take you downstairs and we're going to do an operation to get your lung working a bit better. And so they wheeled me downstairs on my own with just all the nurses and stuff. It was the night before my mum's 50th birthday, and I woke up 2 months later in London.
2 months later?
2 months later, yeah.
And you were out for 2 months?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What, do you remember seeing your family again when you woke up for the first time?
Yeah, because it was an induced coma.
Yeah.
You're very drugged up.
Okay.
So it's quite traumatizing, the things that you see and that kind of thing, the hallucinations that you have when they're drawing you out of the coma. So because it wasn't a brain injury, to keep you asleep, they have to use a specific amount of sedation. And because it was such a long time, they can't just take you out of the pain medication.
Okay, so it has to happen. So
yeah, and so it was all these sort of hallucinations and
like what?
Just crazy stuff.
Go on. Do tell.
What did I see? It was very much involving friends and family being attacked and hurt, and friends turning into fish in front of me, and being thrown backwards out of my bed. There was a helicopter, being fed to sea animals below me.
Oh my God, and so vivid.
So vivid.
Wow.
And my tongue turning to snake's tongue.
Right. Wild.
Loads of animals involved.
So this all happened, and then you slowly got back to a place where...
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. Getting back. When I left hospital, I was 26 kilos. And I couldn't really do anything on my own. I had to reteach myself how to walk, talk, write, eat, speak.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you're really close to that journey? Can you remember a lot of that?
Yeah, it's very vivid. And I actually only just...
When you're a baby or a child, you can't remember any of that learning process.
I think that's the thing. And there was so much to process from it all. There was one thing, the physical scars that I now have everywhere.
Yeah.
But then the emotional scars for me were the worst. The PTSD, the trauma, the being able to sleep on my own.
Yeah.
All those kind of things.
Yeah, of course.
And
now what do you feel, I guess on this day, I didn't really know anything about chronic illness until I met you. What do you feel is one of the most common misconceptions?
That somebody looks fine.
Okay. With so many things.
Saying you don't look sick.
Yeah.
I think it's actually quite an insult. That's what my community find is when someone says, well, you don't look sick. It's really undermining to the struggle that people go through.
Yeah. And what then actually, if you could give someone an overview, I know we kind of spoke about it really briefly, but of what is difficult for you on a day, your sacrifices. Because I know
energy
and travelling.
Energy,
you have
travelling.
To getting on the tube.
Yeah, all of these things. So, but it's considerations that people don't think about. Why would they?
Yeah.
But it's just things that you have to factor in, and it's if you're doing it, you've got to look at your energy management. That's the main thing with living with chronic illness. So if you know you're socialising for 4 hours, then you've got to make sure that you've got time for yourself either side of that.
Okay.
And if you know you're doing something one night, it's the next morning you've got to have a slow time. So it's all about managing your energy.
And do you feel, does it annoy you that has to happen and it takes away from... No, you're really, because I feel if you'd said to yourself 10 years ago, you have to, babe, you've got to slow down and you're not going to be able to work at the same pace as everyone else, you would have hated it.
Yes.
But then I guess now it's your brand, so it's kind of helped in that way.
Yeah, it's what am I advocating for? I'm advocating that everybody's different, everybody's unique. We don't all do things at the same pace.
Yeah.
Even if 2 people went for a run, they're going to do it at different paces.
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely fine.
And what's your mission now?
My mission, to help people with chronic illness just feel more confident in their bodies.
Yeah.
Build mental resilience. That's all I want to do.
And feel like what they can communicate it better. Do you wish that you'd kind of spoken to your friends about it from like a younger age?
I do and I don't, because I don't think it would have led me to where I am now.
Okay.
I think.
But now you feel like you have really open... I mean, because you went from probably not saying very much to suddenly putting everything online. So
Yeah.
it's like such a transition.
And it's such a vulnerable thing, putting yourself out there like that. But the way it's been received makes me eager to just do it more.
Yeah.
I love reformer Pilates.
Okay.
If I can go, if I'm able to go, I will.
Yeah.
Walking, got my dog.
Yeah.
So she's great.
Yeah, she's very sweet.
My thing of this year was to try and get better at cardio. Have I done it? No, I haven't.
Okay.
But we can't do everything at
But
once.
does your body have space for that? Like, you're allowed to... You can exercise.
Yeah. I can. I'm meant to.
Okay.
I'm meant to do cardio.
Yeah.
Do I do it? No, I don't.
Well, you know...
I love dancing though, as you know.
Yeah, you love dancing.
We still need to go to a
dance
dance
class. I know. I would actually love that. You did a
Same.
ballet class recently, didn't you?
Yeah, that's quite well.
Okay, maybe like a year ago.
I went to a Beyonce dance class though.
Did you
Yeah,
really?
It's amazing.
Okay, that sounds right.
See,
up my
this is
street.
what perplexes me is I can go to Beyonce dance class, dance my heart out quite well
Yeah.
for an hour and a half, get me on a treadmill, boring.
Yeah, but I think that's
I'm
fine.
so out of breath and my face is bright red.
That's the thing with exercise, that you've got to find what works for you and like your stream and everything.
Dancing.
Yeah,
Have you been dancing recently?
Do you know what? I actually haven't for a bit.
I don't think you have.
I know. I
You've
feel like
got-
I've been cooking. I'm not very good at kind of balancing everything in my life. I'm ADHD.
I think, no, that's self-employed world.
Yeah, maybe. a
Stuff
bit.
out there.
It's the one thing that makes me feel really good. And food. So a year ago,
Yeah.
even 2 years ago, you could eat everything under the sun. And now
Yeah.
recently your diet's changed a bit
Yeah.
to help this.
Celiac disease.
Did you get diagnosed?
I did.
Okay. And what? And how's that been now? Like,
Miserable.
really?
Transitioning.
You used to love a bicky.
I used to love it.
You used to a digestive biscuit, I remember.
Everyone knows I used to love a Vicky.
Yeah.
Vickies, sweets, chocolate. Who would have thought that there is friggin' wheat in sausages?
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
It's a bit sad, that.
Who on earth thought to put that in there?
I know there's a lot of wheat and
It's
sausage. as well.
miserable. So we just went to Italy like a few
Yeah,
weeks
on
ago
your
and I was
holiday.
thinking this is a nightmare because I'm not going to be able to eat anything. But they were great. I just did senza gluten everywhere
Right.
I went.
Senza gluten. Is
said-
that what you say?
Yeah, so anyone that's a celiac,
Senza gluten.
senza gluten will be
really-
your best friend.
I understand.
Everyone knows what you're saying.
And has that really helped?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
The energy wise, I used to, every time I ate food, I used to feel sick. I used to thought that was normal. I was having a conversation with one of my guy friends the other day. And he was like, so you used to just think you felt sick after every meal? I was like, yeah.
Really?
For ages, yeah. My stomach would swell.
I think there's such a misconception about how food... I mean, not only is it your fuel, but like
Yeah.
honestly, it can really...
Affect you.
100%. I mean,
Amazing.
there is so much to be said about it. Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
Well, I guess quick. Do you have any really funny stories or anything that it like kind of strikes your mind?
About what?
About, I don't know, something that's happened where perhaps you've been trying to hide something from someone, or
Interesting.
is that a bit bold?
Do you have any funny stories?
No, but like I feel like I've never tried to hide anything. It just comes out before I can
Really?
even hide it.
Neither me. Oh, there was one time. Oh, yeah. There was one time when I was at a party, and because of my esophagus, as I said, like, you are sick quite often.
Yeah.
I used to just grow up being quite sicky.
Yeah.
I was always the
But
sicky
you were always
one.
partying.
Yeah, always. I love dancing,
Yeah.
so I could dance all night long. Give me a dance floor, I'm there.
Yeah.
Don't know how to do it, but I have fun. And so I had a bit of a drink, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. So went outside this tent with my friend. We sat down on the grass. It was nighttime, and I just was sick on the grass next to us. And then this guy came up to us and was like, hey guys. And we went, hey. So awkward. And he came and sat down right next to us where
When you thought you were going to be sick.
where I had
Oh, where you just been
Where I
sick?
had been sick.
Oh my God.
And so we're chatting, and this guy, we kind
Did he
of,
sit on the sick? His bum was on the sick.
it was next to the sick.
Right.
But
He was-
so,
and he was
so
a
we
goner.
knew what was going on, and it was this guy that had been a bit nasty to a few people that everybody knew, and we thought this is really awkward.
Slash, it's kind of fine.
Anyway, he then gets up to leave, and as he's leaving, he has the realization. Me and my friend are sort of like, we know what's happened. He's like, oh I think I've just put my hand in someone's sick, and
oh my God, gross.
I felt so bad. But you know what? These things happen.
And you just didn't tell him?
No, I didn't.
No, I think, if he's been a bit nasty, a bit of a knob, I think it's all right. Karma's a bitch.
I feel like it's a fine thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, a bit of sick, it's not going to hurt. And I was going to ask, you're so resilient as a person, and it actually completely amazes me how you have this attitude towards life. But I guess having been in a coma, I know you haven't had that for a long time, but is there anything that really scares you? Or does the future worry you?
Always.
Okay.
But then again, I think the future worries everyone because you don't know what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
I think the difficulty is when you have a chronic illness is your future is very much defined by how well you look after yourself.
Yeah.
Ish. You can look after yourself the best that you can, but there are external things that are going to come in and play with that.
Yeah.
And this year was kind of not a testament to that, but I was so worried about this period of time where I was really busy with hen do's, weddings, stuff at work. It was all going to be really busy. And I just said, right, I didn't go to all the things that I was invited to, all of that kind of thing, and prepared for keeping myself well. And then my worst fears happened. I got sick, and then I was in hospital 3 weeks before my sister's wedding.
Yeah, you were there for a while.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when those kind of things happen. So when you say, am I scared of anything? I don't feel like I'm letting myself down, but I'm scared that it could get worse if I don't look after myself.
But then you're way better at looking after yourself now.
I am way better, but it's still not amazing.
Would you wish that this wasn't part of your life?
Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually so interesting because I feel that you're going to help already are and helping so many people. And I don't know, I can't even imagine what you go through on a daily basis, but I just think every single person is given something and yours is to make a difference. So it's honestly, no, it's true. You are going to change so many people's lives.
As are you, Susie.
And that steady on. It's so empowering in itself. And the sacrifices that you have to make are going to help so many other people.
Thanks, hon.
So anytime, babe.
Sweetheart.
Final question before we ask you a couple of quick questions.
Okay.
Do you feel like it's actually helped your friendships? And I think growing up, there's so many complexities with figuring out who you're friends with and such a pressure to be friends with everyone. And then you get to this point in life where, as you said, you can't go to everything or when you struggle. Has that kind of helped you narrow down and really...
It's weird you say that because recently I've had a conversation actually with one of my friends about this. Recently, I've been feeling so much more unsure of my friendships.
Really?
And I don't know what that is. Whether it's because I'm protecting my energy more.
Yeah.
I'm feeling as if I'm not giving enough.
Yeah.
But then I'll give too much and try and be friends with everyone I meet that I have a great time with. I message them and let's hang out. I have these patterns of behaviour that I'll go all or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
I think when you start to really invest in your career, and that's a bit of a sacrifice in itself. I mean, I remember finding my early 20s really difficult because I was already focused on my career, and we come out of university where it was just not cool to have a hobby or to do anything, and the only cool thing was to be friends with everyone, and I felt completely hopeless, and it was a really difficult time and period. And I think naturally, as you grow up and as you go through your 20s, it's really normal for people to take on more hobbies or focus on their jobs. And naturally, there is a bit of a shift in your friendships as well. But then I think the counteractively to that is that when you enjoy spending so much time by yourself as well, sometimes you can be so happy in your own little world doing your own little job, and then you're like, God, I haven't really seen anyone.
I haven't seen anyone in a week.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been reading, I've been doing puzzles.
Exactly.
What have you been doing? Yeah, it's so true.
But I think advice to someone in their 20s would be, don't worry about it. It's so... The thing that makes you most robust in life, I honestly think, are your brand and having your hobbies and the things that make you you.
Yeah, and I listened to a podcast the other day that said, that misconception that says, in your 20s, you've got all the time in the world to work it out. And actually, this lady specifically coaches people in their 20s.
Okay.
She was on the Mel Robbins podcast.
Oh, cool.
And she was basically saying, if you haven't kind of figured it out in your 20s, I'd be worried for your 30s.
Yeah.
Because you haven't taken the time to do the things to light you up, to work on your personal growth. If you haven't taken the time to do that, before life's going to get even busier.
I know, and then you have
30s.
Also, it's the only time of your life where you can be completely selfish
Just do
as
you.
well. Yeah, you haven't got kids. Well, maybe not some people, but
Some people.
no kids,
Yeah.
and if you're not in a relationship, and I feel like my 20s was learning what I didn't want to do and getting things wrong to be the person that I am now. I mean, I've still got shit tons to learn. But yeah, I think for anyone going through their 20s and their relationships and navigating that and friendships, that's so important to remember.
Yeah.
It's all just figuring it out.
Which we've still got a lot of figuring out.
Yeah, exactly. It's phase 1. Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of quick questions to finish off with. What is your desert island dish? Considering food is my...
Whoa. Okay. So we make this every Sunday.
Right? You and Victor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With our housemates. We make it normally for our housemates.
Okay, that's nice.
So it's kind of a Japanese style roast.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
I'm following.
So it's roast chicken.
Yeah.
Normally with... Depends what on, kimchi. We sometimes do gochujang, whatever on top.
Yeah.
And then sushi rice.
Okay, underneath the chicken?
No.
Right.
So this is all separate. This is separate. Sushi rice. So it's like glorified poke bowl.
Okay.
Sushi rice, egg fried rice, avocado, smack cucumber.
2 types of rice.
No.
Oh, right. Sorry, sushi rice.
With egg.
Right, got it.
With egg.
With egg.
Smack cucumber, avocado, kimchi. That's pretty much it.
Okay,
and we
nice.
do that most Sundays.
And that's what Desert Island do?
Yeah.
Great. That is so weird, but really wonderful. When you were younger, what did you want to be when you growing up?
I wanted to be a Teletubby.
What?
I know.
That's so rogue.
I thought about this
it's quite a good
earlier.
question, that.
Yeah. Such a good question. I wanted to be a Teletubby.
Okay,
I was
Teletubby.
possessed. I think I wanted to be the purple one.
Which one's that one? Do
it
they
was
have
called-
names?
Was he called Poe?
Incy Wincy Tootsie? No. Lala and Poe?
I think it was called Poe.
Something along those
I
lines.
wanted to be a Teletubby.
Okay, Teletubby.
Who knows why?
What's your favourite quote or saying?
Oh. Don't let their beliefs limit yours.
Okay, nice. That's very true. I feel like you really empower that. If you could give yourself some advice, well, I suppose for you that's a pretty big deal. 10 years ago, what would you say to young March?
Whoa. Let's just have a little think. I think I'd say embody all of you, except that there is no changing your circumstance, so you have a choice what to do with the situation that you're in.
Yeah.
And to accept is to love all parts of yourself and move forward with it.
And do you feel like you do that now?
I do.
Oh. What's your proudest achievement?
So you sent me this question, and I genuinely can't think of one.
Really? I think...
I could not think of one. Maybe finishing uni.
I would say your proudest achievement is just kind of ongoing. I think you've put a lot of work into your growth and your brand and everything, and it's amazing to watch it flourish. I'm so excited for you.
I'm so excited for you.
Oh, well, thanks. But
I'm kind of just excited.
I know, yeah, same. I'm feeling the energy at the moment. But I feel like that should be your proudest achievement.
Okay, well, I love that. So I'm
Every day.
taking out the uni part. Boom.
Okay, yeah, I feel like every day is your proudest achievement.
Yeah.
What's the biggest lesson you've ever learnt?
Oh.
Is that a bit weird?
No, it's not weird. Do you know what it is? Don't not get involved in other people's relationships, but
What do you mean?
know that everybody's relationships in life are totally different,
Okay.
and don't be affected by it.
Okay, nice. As in, don't get involved in other couples.
Not don't get involved, but be aware that everybody's relationships, whether it's parent to child,
Yeah.
whether it's partner to partner, just know that everyone's relationships play out totally differently.
That's really good advice before you start dishing out advice.
Mm-hmm.
And who's your role model and why? Or do you have a role model?
You know what? There's this guy called Luke Tarrant.
Okay.
And he lost his leg in a motorcycle accident. Really, he was a really
Wow.
fit and healthy guy, and now he advocates online, and he's such a cool dude to follow. But yeah, probably him.
Okay, I'll call.
At the moment, it changes all the time.
Oh, great. That's it. March, thanks so much for coming.
I've had the best time.
Have you had the best
I've
time?
had the
ever?
best time.
Would you give it, what review would you give it on TripAdvisor?
100%.
100%.
11 out of 10.
I think 5 out of 5 is what
No,
you mean.
but do they do it out of 10?
I don't know. I'll
No,
take
it's,
out of
it's
10.
out of 5. Okay, I'm going to go a 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the 6. Well, thank you so much.
It's okay. Thanks for having me.